Chibi old girl versus evil zombie dead. There's something about this game. It has some problems for sure. Noticeably some levels where if you make a mistake you've got to kill yourself to reset things and try again. The floatiness of your character doesn't make so well for a certain wheel spinning level in the game, and so that can be very frustrating. There's no hang time, and so there's some platforming sections where you've got to be stupidly precise, which is very unsatisfying. Maybe obviously, but I don't think anyone's actually played this game before, and so it was cool to go through and be surprised throughout the game. Now, I'm going to spoil things here, so if you do want to just jump in or hear my conclusion and not spoil things, then jump to this time. Otherwise, I'll explain things in more detail. What surprised me is the difference in levels, the variety. After each 2D side-scrolling section, you get a vehicle section, a vehicle level. Maybe you're driving around in a car, maybe you're driving around on your boat, and it was just a cool way to switch things up. I can honestly see, right, as these games progress, that's how the developer keeps making more, like he promised to do. He promised to make a sequel, right? He keeps making more. Eventually the gameplay keeps getting added and keeps changing to the point where we're Chibi Girl in this third person action shooter, open world, or something crazy is going on. Because there's something about this world that I just want to explore, bruv. Like it's nothing. There's just blocks, there's skyscrapers in the background, but there's like this nostalgia kind of just vibe to it that I'm like, I want to run around and see what's going on. If I could come back to this world when it's been fully upgraded and it's a third person, I'm running around doing GTA things with zombies or whatever's going on, I don't know, bro. I just feel like that's what I want, you know? It's like when you go in a game and you see some distant island or something in the distance, like I really want to get there, I really want to explore there. And some games are like, if you see it, you can get to it. This is not the case in these 2D side-scrollers, and that makes sense, but I'm drawn to that. Now, am I actually going to get anything like that in the future? Probably not, but something about this game makes me want to have that. There's 4 achievements in the game. First one, beat the game. Easy. And you know, when I was first playing the first level, I was actually thinking, it'd actually be pretty cool if there was like a permadeath situation here. Because it's kind of like a time-based thing, right? A zombie will wake up and you've got to run over and move a box and jump on the box and jump over this gap just in time before the zombie gets to you and kills you. And if there was like a permadeath thing, the tension would be so much higher as opposed to just dying in and going back a few steps or back to the last checkpoint. Be careful what you wish for though, because the next achievement is to beat the game in classic difficulty, which is no checkpoints. Now all that means is if you die, you've got to go back to the start of the level. And early on, I didn't really mind this. The first level was kind of fun, because it's like, oh bro, the tension's pretty intense, pretty scary. But later on, this gets flippin' frustrating. Firstly, I thought my first fear was the wheel spinning level, like I mentioned earlier. Like, man, that's going to be too hard to get right every time, it's too frustrating. But I actually got it in my second attempt, and it was tense, but I was like, bro, flip, that was nice. I'm a professional gamer. There's one where there's these turrets that are shooting at you, and oh, blood, that was pissing me off, that, I'm not going to lie to you. You'd think it's just like a puzzle situation where once you figure it out, it's all good, it's all easy. But it ain't really like that, right? It's just this mix of platforming skill, timing, and puzzle solving. And it done my head in for the longest time, but eventually I beat it. Even though I might have broken a keyboard or two. Didn't actually. Quite rage-inducing, but if you're persistent, you'll eventually get it. Third achievement is where you unlock Gothic style. Now, there's no guides or anything for this game. So I had to actually ask the developer how to get this achievement, and he recorded a little gameplay thing and sent it to me on Google Drive. And I kind of regret asking him, because if I'd have just, you know what, just tried myself, gone through the game again and tried to figure it out myself, I would have had way more fun and it would have been like way cooler. And so to save you from this spoiler, to be like, you know what, find this out for yourself, I'm just going to give you a hint, okay? It's in one of the 2D side-scrolling sections. You've got to get somewhere you wouldn't otherwise get. Keeping in mind, there's only 2 directions you can travel. The final achievement is a grind. You've got to kill 9,000 zombies, right? And this is not a game where you run around killing zombies. You've got to either drop a box on a zombie's head to kill it, which there's like 3 in a level sometimes, or the only way you can actually do it is replay level 2 over and over and over again, driving and hitting all these zombies. According to my quick calculations, you kill about 200 zombies per play, and so you've got to repeat this level like 45 times. The developer hasn't even got this achievement. I might be the only guy on planet Earth that's got this, bruv. I freaking spent hours just replaying this level over and over and over, just left, right key, left, right key, left, right key, hitting all the zombies, have like a little podcast next to it or something. It's just a grind and tedious. If you're gonna put an achievement in your game that not even you will unlock, that's a dog move, bruv, alright? Developer mate, you might even watch this video, and I'm gonna be honest with you, don't do things like that, okay? That's rude. All in all, if you're willing to spend 7.1 hours on an obscure ass game, 25% of that time being in a fit of rage, 30% of that time replaying the same level over and over again, then sure, I could recommend Chibi Girl vs Evil Zombie Dead. Could your time be spent better playing something else? Almost definitely. But is there something oddly beautiful and noticeably charming about this game? Most definitely.